Hi guys, welcome to our shout out video. If you don't like what you heard, then you should have never liked my Real 100 stuff. Corey Shaw, don't let people say you ain't beautiful because you're pretty, inside and out. No homo. Shout out to May Moore. Shout out to Alfonso Hernandez for irritating my soul. If I don't message you back the first time, what makes you think I'm gonna message you back the second time, the third time, and on and on and on. Shout out to Laisha Perez. Shout out to Matthew Rakowski for irritating my soul. Not really, you don't really irritate me, but the fact that you become fake and then you want to be nice afterwards, that irritates me. Shout out to Pretty Cold Maya. Shout out to Lancha, that's green so nice and sweet. Shout out to Ray Ray Nicole. Shout out to Melly Romero, I think that's how you pronounce your name, but you're really pretty and we should talk more. Shout out to Jericho, I know you both take pretty pictures. Shout out to Tyler Salvador, I miss you and you can dance real good. Shout out to Dejiana Monet. Shout out to Evan McLaughlin. You're like my best friend. And your family record deal, that's going good. You're gonna be real big one day. Shout out to Alexis Mayo. Shout out to Linda, I miss you. Shout out to Andreas V. Killing them. Shout out to Tamaya, I miss you. You're like my best friend and I can't wait till you have your little baby girl. Shout out to Aries. Shout out to F and Tacias or something like that. You're like 63 years old and you keep liking all my stuff and I think that's a problem. Shout out to my big sister, Bianca Sanders. Shout out to, I think it's like Lily. And you're like my best friend. I don't know how to say your name. But, you're really pretty, inside and out. And I'm always here for you. Shout out to Linda Malker. Shout out to Latonio. You look like that boy Arnold who played off Different Strokes. They used to be like, what you talking about, Willis? Shout out to Damaris Mendez. Shout out to Rio. We're gonna play basketball one of these days, and I'm gonna beat you, and I'm gonna leave you on the court feeling salty. Shout out to Keisha Porter. Shout out to Stephen Tate. Shout out to Kamari Gilfwise, aka Medasia. Did I say Monique yet? Huh? Did I say Monique yet? No. Oh, well, shout out to you, Monique. Shout out to Katisha. I miss you very much. Shout out to Sebastian. Shout out to Brianna Kelly. Shout out to Rayvon Mitchell for being a stranger. Shout out to Sierra Adams. Shout out to Dakota George. Yeah, two heads. Shout out to Carlisa Rat Kirsty. Shout out to Zariah Ratchet Ugly Sanders. Shout out to Shout out to Devontae Hunter for being a stranger. Shout out to Lontario and Lana, I don't know. Shout out to Justine for taking the prettiest pictures. Shout out to Jeanette Eubank. Shout out to Drake Culver for being a stranger, but feeling cool. Shout out to Alexis for YouTube video. Shout out to Ratchet for being the realest guy out there, and for giving me good advice all the time. Hit me up, bro. Shout out to Taylor Smith. Taylor. Shout out to Jade Danielle, I think that's how you pronounce your last name, for having them pretty eyes. Shout out to Courtney Vanley. Shout out to Ishmael Carson. You sound like someone in the Bible. My shout outs are done. Mine aren't. Shout out to Allison Miller, who's a stranger, and Lexi Jeff. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, but shout out to you guys. And no, wait, I don't want. I just remembered. Oh yeah, this is the big shout out. She actually be last. So shout out to Aaliyah Brown. Okay. You're welcome for your shout out. I don't care if you guys like this video or not. So bye.